Howdy everybody, we're gonna talk about what has pretty much dominated the conversation for the entire fucking month of October, microtransactions. So you guessed it, it's time for this month in microtransactions. Alright folks, I'm your host Johnny Hardpenis. For those of you who are playing at home, we're going to be going through 3 rounds of unceremoniously egregious displays of microtransaction fuckery. Each one a higher level of flagrant fuckery than the last, and we're going to see how well you know these companies are trying to bend you over a table and quite literally fuck the money out of your wallet. Alright folks, let's jump right in. It's time for round 1.
Round 1.
So our first round surrounds a current shitstorm which has actually been brewing since August this year, but crusted here in October after the game's release, with many gamers everywhere refusing to support a single player game with loot boxes. So, what game is responsible for this controversial clusterfuck? I'll give those of you at home a minute to answer. That's right, you guessed it, Shadow of War. I mean, what were these developers thinking, am I right? They just took a fat dump on what was one of the most critically acclaimed series of all time. Well, we're actually going to open up the lines here, as I know a lot of our viewers at home feel very passionately about the subject. Alright, we got a caller on line 1 here. Alright, Tony from Albany. Can you hear me, Tony?
You're goddamn right I can, Buzzo. Look, I just wanted to call in and talk about this bullshit from this greedy fucking cocksuckers at Monolith Productions. You know, I got 2 words for these slimy shitheads. Suck my dick. You know, it's like I paid $60 fucking for this shit. I don't need your fucking loot boxes and what have you. Only box I'm trying to loot is your mother's. You know what I'm saying? Am I right or am I right? Am I right?
Well, I don't follow. No, I don't follow.
Alright, forget I said it. But look, this is some serious shit here, okay? It's like, where is the fucking line with you people? It's time for this shit to stop. It's a single fucking player game, you derelict pieces of shit. And you know, people are starting to say, hey, you know, Tony, cool your jets, because you can get everything here by just playing a game. And you know, technically that's true in a perfect fucking world, Johnny, but all I'm gonna say is it's highly incentivized that you buy them, you know? Kinda like when Giovanni comes down to my panini shop and says he's gonna break my fucking kneecaps with a lead pipe if I don't pay up. You know, it's like I don't have to pay Giovanni, but it's highly incentivized, you know? You get me, Johnny?
Sure.
It just pisses me off, you know? People claim that you don't have to do this shit and whatnot. It's like, yeah, have you played the last fucking third of the game, you fucking bird brains? You know what I heard, Johnny? You know what I heard? I heard that if you don't want to buy these god-awful loot boxes, you gotta grind for like 50 fucking hours to get the true end of the game. It's like, what is this, a fucking concentration camp? It's like, I really don't know what's worse. Are these priests molesting kids or these fucking microtransactions? I tell you, it's just fucking egregious.
Alright, well, on that note, we're gonna have to cut you off there, Tony, but it was great talking to you, and, alright. Well, let's just get to round 2, why don't we?
Round 2.
Alright, gents, you thought round 1 was bad. Well, we're about to step up our shitty business practices game with round 2, because this story comes from everyone's least favorite money-grubbing whores company, Activision. Alright folks, see if you can guess what horrible dystopian microtransaction patent it was discovered that Activision filed this month. Drumroll please. If you guessed microtransaction matchmaking, you were correct. It was actually discovered that Activision filed a patent which would allow them to create lobbies that arrange matches to influence game-related purchases, quote unquote. In other words, people who buy microtransactions will get matched with worse players so they have easier games. Once again, we're going to open up the phones here to viewers, and it looks like we've got a certain David from New York who wants to talk to us. Hi, David, what have you got for us today?
Hi, Johnny. I just wanted to call in to tell you how horrific what I am hearing today is. This is why we gotta protest the little things, the little battles like this Shadow of War shit and what have you, because you let them get away with the little microtransactions and they think it's okay and they turn around and do this shit. It's kind of like my kids, you know, Johnny? I give them an inch and they take a mile, so, you know, that's why I personally beat the shit out of my kids, because they need to learn respect. And that's really what this is about, respect, you know? Activision is just dropping a big fuck you to us Jews in particular, you know, Johnny?
I'm not sure I see the correlation, and was that racist? And it's incredibly troubling that you just admitted to beating your children on air, but
don't worry about it. I barely beat him as hard as I beat my meat, you know? That's who you should really be worrying about. But I digress. Seriously, what is this shit, you know? It's like this is quite literally the definition of pay to win. Like, it cannot be any more fucking flagrant, Johnny. I don't know. I gotta go back to reading the Torah, Johnny. But I tell ya, the game industry is really heading to a fucked up place, I tell ya. Next thing you know, we're gonna be paying real money to throw dollar bills at the whores in the GTA strip clubs. I mean, I just wanna see some titties, you know? What's so bad about that? I don't know, Johnny. The whores, you know?
Alright, well, thank you, David from New York. Let's get going to the next round. How about that, folks?
Round 3.
Alright, folks, round 3, the worst round of all. You thought the first 2 rounds were bad. Well, strap in, because this one is going to rock your fucking socks off. I'm talking microtransactions in real life. Yes, you heard me correctly, folks. I said we could be facing microtransactions in real life. Alright, folks, so let's see if those of you playing along at home can guess what act Congress is trying to pass which will ruin the fucking internet, and yet disturbingly, the general population seems completely unconcerned. That's right, the repealing of net neutrality. Seriously, why is no one talking about this? It is mystifying how no one in the general population is perturbed by this at all. I really don't know what to do about it at this point. We really might ruin the fucking internet. If you will take a look at your screens, you will see an image of what internet is like in Portugal, who has no net neutrality. They have to purchase higher speed internet for specific sites. And wow, that just sounds like a bag of rainbows and sunshine. So, tell your friends, family, secret gay lovers, or anyone else in your life to call up your representative for your state to keep net neutrality, because literally nobody wants it in this. Nobody fucking wants it but Congress. Thank you and good night. I'm your host, Johnny Hardpenis, and it's been a blast playing this month in microtransactions with you all tonight. And remember, folks, hashtag keep it NoFap November.